Hi guys, I'm Erik Voss, and to me, Get Out was the best film to come out so far this year. Jordan Peele's horror movie was so perfectly crafted, a Twilight Zone-style mystery and social commentary, with tons of little interesting details that set up and pay off the big reveals. And one of the biggest twists came at the end, but we just found out that there's an alternate ending that Jordan Peele originally planned for the film's closing moments. Now, before I go any further, huge spoiler warning here. Obviously, if you haven't seen Get Out, go watch it. Hell, watch it again. Buy it on Blu-ray. It's amazing. Don't let me ruin the ending of this movie for you. Okay, quick recap. Get Out ended with the hero, Chris, learning the horrible truth that the family of his girlfriend Rose is using the bodies of healthy black people to host the brains of sick or aging white people. But before he undergoes this surgery, Chris escapes the family estate by killing Rose's evil father, brother, and mother. And in the final scenes, he faces off against Rose, choking her in the road, but ultimately deciding not to kill her. That's when a police car pulls up, and as he raises his hands, everyone watching feels this wave of dread about what's gonna happen next. But then, surprise! It's not any police car, it's an airport police car driven by Rod, Chris's buddy who works for the TSA, who tracked him down on social media after he went missing.
I'm TS motherfucking A.
And they drive off, leaving Brian Williams' daughter bleeding to death on the side of the road. But now we know that this victory wasn't the original ending. The alternate ending was way more of a downer. So rather than letting go of Rose's neck in the last second, Chris continues choking her, and Rose's evil smile continues as the police car lights flash on their faces. And then the cops in that car aren't Rod, they're two actual cops who shout, "Show me your hands," and tackle Chris to the ground. Then after the scene cuts to black, we find ourselves in a prison visitation room with Rod talking to an incarcerated Chris from behind glass. Chris asks about his dog, Sid, and Rod pressures him for more details about what happened, trying to build a legal defense for him. But Chris refuses, probably knowing he has no chance of fighting this, saying only, "I stopped him." As in, he stopped the Armitage family from hurting anyone else. Then he hangs up and returns to his cell block as Michael Abel's same haunting end titles music plays. So yeah, this really sucks for Chris. But that was what Jordan Peele originally intended. He wanted this movie to show that racism isn't over in America, saying this about it.
The ending in that era was meant to say, look, you think race isn't an issue? Well, at the end, we all know this is how this movie would end right here.
However, Jordan Peele said that was years ago, and that as the movie was being made, the deaths of people like Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown brought the issue of institutional racism in the criminal justice system more to the forefront. So when test audiences wanted more from the ending, he decided to reshoot it. Actually, Jordan Peele wrote several alternate endings to Get Out, including one that featured Rod, but had another even crazier dark ending.
But by the end, Rod comes to break into the gated community, finds his way in. He's looking for Chris, and he sees Chris looking in a window on Main Street, and he goes, "Chris!" And Chris turns to him and goes, "I assure you, I don't know who you're talking about."
But ultimately, Peele was happiest with the theatrical ending.
The ending needed to transform into something that gives us a hero, that gives us an escape, gives us a positive feeling when we leave this movie. There's nothing more satisfying than seeing the audience go crazy.
Yeah.
When Rod shows up.
And Peele is right. This ending is perfect. It's a victory that still makes us feel, for a moment at least, the horrifying real-world consequences that Chris almost has to face. Like all great horror directors, Jordan Peele knows that he can get mileage out of hinting at a deep-rooted social anxiety without fully showing his hand. Okay, that covers the Get Out alternate ending, and I'm gonna go rewatch this movie because there are so many layers of meaning and subtle symbolism in this movie. It's brilliant. And if you like this, please hit like and share this video with your friends, and subscribe to New Rockstars. This channel goes super in depth with all the cool stuff that you missed in your favorite movies and TV shows, so check out some of our other videos. And if you really like this channel, you can contribute to us on Patreon. Thanks so much to all of our current patrons, especially Kelly Hopper. You can hit me up on Twitter at @EAVoss with any thoughts you had about Get Out, or follow New Rockstars on Twitter at New Rockstars for updates on our videos. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.